Welcome to Your Condo Connection, a CCI video series designed to assist condominium purchasers and owners. Today we have a special guest. We're joined by Ernie Nyitrai. Ernie, thank you for coming today.
Happy to be here.
Ernie, you're not only a director on the board of directors for CCI, you're the director and president on your own condo board.
I am.
Well, perfect, because have I got some questions for you today. For once and for all, see if you can settle this for me. Who makes the final decisions in a condominium?
Well, the simple answer you would think might be the board, but it's not nearly as simple as that. The Condo Act is often outlines specifically what the owner's role is and what the board's role is. And I'll go through a few of those for you. The owner is responsible for appointing the auditor at the annual general meeting. The owners are also responsible for approving any of the bylaws that are prepared by the board and submitted for their approval, such as the borrowing bylaw that you might want or the standard unit bylaws. And then the board is responsible for conducting the monthly board meetings, setting the annual operating budget, establishing the reserve plan, signing any of the service contracts that the corporation needs to have it performed within their corporation. And then the manager itself is responsible for the day-to-day operation of the corporation, as well as the enforcement of the rules and policies.
So the board directs and the manager manages.
Pretty well.
All right, I mean, that sounds pretty straightforward to me, but what if I don't like the answer that I get back from my manager? Can I go directly to the board to appeal that decision?
Well, not always either. It's not that clear. If the manager, however, is undertaking the role of their day-to-day operation and enforcing the rules and policies as established by the board, there really is no appeal. Any other matter itself certainly can come to the board, and you can have any policy that could be reviewed by the board that would come to them as well. But for most of the things, there is really no appeal.
Okay, so I guess the comfort from that is that each of those directors are also homeowners and subject to the same rules. So there's a bit of a buffer there. When a specific issue comes up, how would an owner know who makes the final decision and when? You talked about the board and you talked about managers, but how do we know who and when?
Well, there are probably several ways that the owners can get that answer. One of them would be to go specifically to the manager, and if the manager happens to have an RCM designation, then they should know the answer to that question. You could also go to the current board, and the board members would be able to help the owner with that answer as well. Or maybe the owners might like to go to some of the past members of the board and then obtain their wisdom as well on that. Now, when to do that? I mean, if an issue comes up, you immediately handle the issue. It's not. It should not be left itself for the upcoming board meeting to be decided. That if it's going to impact on the corporation, it has to be done immediately.
Immediately. So that's the key. Yep. Don't wait. Don't let the problem fester.
Exactly.
Well, it seems like the manager has a lot of authority and the board has a lot of authority, and it sounds like there's a good balance between the two. So thanks for bringing that to us here today, Ernie.
Happy.
And hopefully that'll help you as you're living through your condominium life and wondering, who do I talk to and when? Remember, be quick. But for now, I'm Murray Johnson, and this has been Your Condo Connection.